In a 2017 study conducted by the University of Virginia, participants were asked to sit alone in a room without their phones, books, or any distractions, just themselves and their thoughts. Surprisingly, many preferred to give themselves mild electric shocks rather than sit in silence. That's how uncomfortable solitude has become in our hyper-connected world. But here's the twist: solitude, the very thing we often run from, is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. Not loneliness, but intentional solitude. And today, we'll uncover why spending time alone isn't just helpful, it's essential. Let's discuss why solitude is essential for growth. Point 1. Solitude builds self-awareness. Think of solitude as a mirror. When you're alone, without the noise of others' opinions, you begin to hear your own voice more clearly. In our daily lives, we're constantly reacting to messages, to social media, to conversations. Solitude presses pause. It allows us to reflect on who we are, what we want, and what's actually driving our choices. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth. It's impossible to fix what you don't see. And in solitude, patterns begin to emerge. You notice your emotional triggers, your insecurities, your values. This is why many successful people, like Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates, carve out time for solitude. Gates even does think weeks twice a year, completely alone, reading and thinking. That's not coincidence, it's strategy. Point 2. Solitude enhances creativity. Ever wondered why your best ideas come in the shower, during a walk, or late at night when you're alone? When we're isolated from distractions, our brain enters the default mode network, a state where imagination and deep connections thrive. Solitude clears the clutter, allowing creative thoughts to surface. Some of the greatest works of art, literature, and innovation were born in solitude. Think of Henry David Thoreau writing Walden in a cabin near Walden Pond, or Steve Jobs taking long walks alone to brainstorm. Solitude gives your creativity room to breathe. Without the need to perform or conform, your authentic ideas come alive. Point 3. Solitude strengthens emotional resilience. Let's be honest, life is loud. The pressure to always be on, always responding, can be exhausting. Solitude teaches you how to sit with your emotions instead of avoiding them. When you're alone and not distracting yourself, uncomfortable feelings can rise to the surface. Anxiety, sadness, restlessness. But this isn't a bad thing. It's an opportunity to face and process them. Over time, solitude increases emotional independence. You no longer need external validation to feel okay. You become your own anchor. Research from the Journal of Adolescence found that teenagers who spent time alone voluntarily had lower levels of depression and higher levels of emotional maturity. The same applies to adults. Solitude is like a mental gym. It trains your inner strength. Point 4. Solitude helps you reconnect with your purpose. In a culture where everyone is chasing something, money, fame, followers, it's easy to get swept up in the current of comparison. Solitude pulls you out of that stream. When you're alone, you stop living on autopilot. You stop chasing what others think success looks like, and you start asking, what does my life look like when I'm fulfilled? Purpose doesn't scream, it whispers. And solitude is how you hear it. Whether it's taking a solo road trip, hiking through Zion National Park, or just spending 30 minutes each morning in silence. These moments bring you back to what really matters. Point 5. Solitude improves decision-making. Good decisions require clarity, and clarity requires space. When you're surrounded by constant opinions, friends, media, social noise, it's hard to know what you actually think. Solitude helps you zoom out. It's like getting above the fog and seeing the whole landscape. You weigh options more logically. You think long-term. You stop making decisions just to please others or out of fear. One of the most empowering habits you can build is taking time alone before making a big life choice, whether it's changing jobs, ending a relationship, or starting something new. That silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. In a world that constantly demands your attention, solitude becomes an act of rebellion and self-respect. It sharpens your mind, strengthens your heart, and clears your path. So the next time you feel the urge to fill the silence, pause, step back, disconnect to reconnect. Because sometimes the most powerful growth doesn't happen when you're surrounded by noise. It happens when you're finally alone. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's where you meet yourself,